So we have to understand that it's about focusing and the perspective, right? And focusing not just on what you lost, but focusing on what you gained in the midst of everything, because it's through the interpretation that the interpretation can catapult you into manifesting your dreams or you living your fears. It's all about the interpretation of how you look at it, how you choose to see it, right? There's a story, Chip, that I love to tell people. It's about this man, this family. He's getting ready to go into this new town. He's from the big city, but he's traveling into this new small town just to get away from all the people, right? And so he goes into this smaller town, drives in, and he sees an older gentleman and a young man at a gas station. And so he decides to walk up to the older gentleman. He asks him, hey, me and my family, we're new to this town, right? And we just want to know, are there some negative people in this town? Because the town we came from before, you had some negative people, man, some negative, pessimistic. They're always getting on you, never encouraging type of people, And I just don't want to be around that kind of energy anymore. So I'm just asking you, is this town a town where there's some positive people? And the old man said, he just kind of paused for a second. He said, I'm sorry you chose this town, because in this town we've got some negative people. We've got some negative people. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it is what it is. And so the man just kind of went away discouraged, went back in his car and drove away. And about 15 minutes later, another gentleman came up with the same question, but just with a different angle. He said, hey, I just came from my old town. It's a big town. It's a positive town. I mean, he was positive. He was uplifting. He was a real strong community of people that really were optimistic and really helpful. And so I just want to know, is this town the same way? Are there some positive people here in this town? And so the old man kind of sat back in his chair for a little bit, and he paused, and he said, you know what? You've chosen the right town, because it's in this town that we have positive people, uplifting people, encouraging people, people that will really help you and inspire you, right? And so the man was so grateful. He was so happy to hear it, got back in his car and drove to his destination. Now, just a couple minutes later, the young boy just sitting next to the old man is like strictly confused. He's like, hey, how can you tell one gentleman that we have negative people in this town, and in the next few minutes you tell this other gentleman that we've got some positive people in this town? And the old man looked at the young man. He said, you know what? It's based upon your perspective. If you are looking for negative people, then you'll find negative people. If you're looking for positive people, then you'll find positive people. And so going back to your point, Chip, it's all about the lenses. It's all about the perspective. What are you looking for? Are you looking at just your losses, or are you looking at what you gained, right? And so I think perspective is so key when it comes to trying to maintain a spirit of positivity.
Go get it.